So I bought myself one of these Certiflat weld positioners. Looked like a pretty decent deal as long as you could automate it yourself. I'm personally not a big fan of the cordless drill method. So anyways, what I did was I watched a few videos, saw what people were doing. I saw some of the little small DC motors, which I found to be insufficient. I bought my first motor was 108 RPM, and it's a small barbecue grill style. Pretty much the same one I've seen a lot of people do to start, and they do run fine as long as you're keeping it at a higher RPM. But honestly, I wanted this thing to run at low RPM and not ever stall out. I wanted to be pretty confident that it's going to keep going. So anyway, so I got here is 160 RPM, 24 volt motor. I don't know, I think they're probably oftentimes found on windshield wiper motors. Electrically isolated it. As you can see here, there is a plastic bushing, and part of this small bushing actually extends into the metal just like a real bushing, and then the other one is just the washer, and that keeps this bolt from touching this metal, and this motor itself doesn't touch the metal either. And then of course you have this plastic insert here, and so pretty much this whole motor is isolated from the arc welding, and well, the whole controller itself is made of plastic for mine, so not going to get too worried there. And so anyways, I would say that what I used here was about 11 millimeter socket, if I recall, and I just sanded it ever so slightly to get it into this coupling because I couldn't find the exact size for this coupling, and didn't have that drill bit either. So anyway, yeah, I just sanded this socket in a drill press just a little bit, and it wasn't very much, and it fit right in there. So what I got is a 30 volt power supply, so I can drive this thing a little faster than the 160 RPM. Can't recall exactly what it, but you can do the math, scale it up. In the end, I get half an RPM on the wheel, actually under half to about 5 RPM. So I think maybe you'll just turn it on just to show it work initially here. This is the fastest it goes, and you can see we're at the almost 32 volts, so it may be doing more than 5 RPMs. I haven't actually timed it, stopwatched it yet. So then you can turn it way down. So it's probably going slow enough, and if I try to put my hand on it and stop it, it's giving me a good enough resistance there. So I put a little cover on there just for slop. That plastic just looks like something to melt pretty fast. So I did intend to wire the foot switch in. I just haven't gotten to that point yet. And anyways, one thing I would say that as far as these Certiflat weld positioners are concerned, I would definitely go find yourself a ShopSmith adapter, which goes from a 5/8 rod to a you can either get in the 3/4 thread or the 1-inch thread. I chose 3/4 inch thread because that fits my wood lathe and my 4-jaw chuck. So I got multiple uses going out of this thing that way. And that's about all I can think of. You can see here the bracket does move with the, let's just shut it down so I don't twist myself up when I'm doing it. But here you can see that the bracket rotates with the, what I did was I pinned it on the on that shoulder bolt, and then I have it basically locked onto that socket. So that's the only thing that's holding this together is that just slides on there. And see it. I hope you enjoyed it.